Hello YouTube. So for today's video, this is going to be a either exciting video or one that fills you with dread. And I'm starting my back to school series. Now, since I started in November, I haven't really done one of these before, and so I'm sure either you all are in school or about to start school. I know I start on Tuesday, so yeah. The first video and this one, I'm going to be talking about textbooks, where I get them, and different stuff like that. So, let's get started. So, the first thing that I do when I get my textbooks is actually go on my school's website to actually get the textbooks, obviously. Since my teachers don't really email us about our textbooks, we have to check them online. And we get the ISBN numbers. And then once I do that, I go on a website called cheaptextbooks.com. And it's a site where you can put in the book of the ISBN number of any book, and it'll show you all of the prices starting from the least to the most expensive. And normally Amazon is usually the cheapest, but it can be different. But I usually get my textbooks from Amazon. It's a lot easier to rent from them because all you have to do, obviously, is you rent. You get either the ebook or the full book, whichever, and it's usually a fraction of the price that it is to buy it outright, even from Amazon. So I usually do that, and then all you have to do is at the end of the semester send it back, and usually, unless you have a box, you just have to pay for the box to ship it back, so that's pretty good. But another thing you can do is obviously buy it from Amazon if it's not that much, and then you can try to sell it back to them, and usually you can get an Amazon gift card that you can use for different stuff, so that's always good. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people say not to go through the bookstore, and I agree to an extent. Sometimes I go through my bookstore because usually I rent my textbooks just because, I don't want the hassle of trying to sell them and try to get money. I would just rather, outright rent it and give it back, not have to worry about it. But I usually do that for books that I don't want to keep. I may buy some and keep them, but one time I did try to sell a book back to the bookstore and they couldn't even take it. So that's why I don't bother with that anymore. But if you have to do the bookstore route, I highly recommend renting. The only thing is, most places, you can write and highlight in it, but you can't have water damage, although they don't really check it that clearly. Like, seriously, whenever I take my textbooks back, they usually go like this. Okay, it's good. So, they don't really check for anything. But that's about all that you have to do. And like I said, it's a fraction of the price. Like, one of my textbooks was around $80 to buy or $40 to rent. So, it's usually about half the price to rent it. So, if you have to do the bookstore route, I suggest renting it. Unless you just want it, then can buy it. Also, you can check used bookstores. There may be some that sell textbooks there, so that's a good thing. Now, when your teacher sends your class list, if they do actually send you one, or when you look, the book may be the newest edition. And some people may say, well, you can get it cheaper if you get the older editions, which is true. But personally, I wouldn't recommend that, just because even one of my teachers said that he didn't want us to do that because it would throw off what we did in class, because they may take stuff out with the new edition or they may add extra stuff. So it's just better to get the textbook that the teacher recommends, so you know what you're doing, you've got it all together. So, and also, my biggest thing is do not procrastinate. Textbooks, especially if you get them from Amazon, can take a while to use if you don't have any special thing. So, highly recommend to do that. So, thank you all so much for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
All that's left is a window to my soul. Come and get it.